Hey guys, today we're going to talk about skincare. The importance of skincare is well described and discussed in millions and millions of ways. I am a big fan of having a very involved skincare regime. We're not going to discuss that today, but today we are going to talk about several products, reviews of which might be useful for you. I'm pretty consistent in testing various new products. I'm especially interested in new technology out on the market. I'm also curious always about more natural brands and combinations of well-known ingredients. Effectiveness is what I'm after. So today, from that standpoint, I'm going to review a few of the skincare products, of which I have formed a bit of a I have formed an opinion that is, I think, at this point, pretty solidified. Now let's start with this Moly product. It's Intense Care Galactomyces Light Essence. This is really a chemical exfoliant. It's an essence, yes. I apply it as a toner because you can see how liquidy it is, but I do it after the toner. So I will cleanse, I will tone, and then that'll be one of the first steps. Now, interesting thing about this is the fact that it is full of what I believe is glycolic acid. I cannot read Korean though, but I do remember researching it at some point before purchasing it. It is reasonably potent and quite basic in its composition, but very effective. So this kind of a chemical exfoliant is very good for skin that lacks radiance, is a bit lackluster, and needs a bit of a boost. It's very important to continuously remove the top layer of your skin, not obsessively, mind you, but just consistently. If you've been into skincare for a while, you do know that you have a feeling of what your skin needs. You can tell if your skin needs to be that day either exfoliated or extra hydrated or whatever, and you can tailor your skincare regime to the needs of your skin on that particular day because you have become a bit attuned to what your skin is trying to tell you and you listen. Have an arsenal of products and have a core routine, and then add and take away to it and from it key ingredients that are needed, particularly needed by your skin at that time. This is one of the ways of chemical exfoliation that I do enjoy. I have stopped completely several years ago doing physical exfoliation, unless I'm using the makeup removal cloth, the pink one. I don't remember what it's called, but I'll do a review on it as well. It's fantastic. Usually I don't use physical abrasive peels anymore. My skin doesn't react well to them. I have sensitive and dry skin type. This works well, however, I use it a couple of times a week. It is easy to use, and the essence can be applied either directly to the hands and then to the face, or it can be applied with cotton. I prefer Shiseido cotton. I think it's just the best. So really effective basic skincare product. Now this is not the guy who's going to deliver amazing results and is ultra heavily loaded with various skincare ingredients. This has one purpose, and that single purpose is served well by this particular product. I really enjoy it. Next two are from Clarins. I really respect Clarins because they are a brand that do take skincare into consideration, do produce quite effective products. I do enjoy Clarins. Let's start with this Radiance-Plus Golden Glow Booster. So this is skincare slash vanity sort of a thing where if you're a pale girl, you know the struggle of in the winter being kind of an unhealthy color, just because one, the skin is quite dehydrated, probably dry, probably struggling in many ways, and on top of that you lose any melanin that your skin had produced over the warmer months, even though we all protect our skin. And so this is a really great way for pale girls only, I think, to add a little bit of a color back into their skin over the winter or whenever they feel like it, of course. So this is a super gentle self-tanner, but for the face. This is a concentrate It comes in those drops. I'll show you the nozzle. So you drop it into either your skincare or your makeup, and it delivers a bit of a healthy glow, but nothing very severe. You have to use it many days in a row to achieve a very obvious result. Generally, it's quite a bit of a, rather a boost up, sort of a perk up that nobody is going to really be able to tell is there, unless you use it over a more extended period of time and consistently. So I use it maybe once or twice a week. I don't find that I need to darken myself. I feel like I'm okay to be pale. I just want a little bit of a boost. And this delivers perfectly. Personally, I use it directly on the skin, just a couple of drops, and then applying it directly, pressing it into the skin. That's how I like to use it. I'm not a huge fan of mixing things together very frequently. I would rather just take the concentrate and use it. The testament to the gentleness of this product is the fact that I don't then wake up with a patchy face the next day. It's still very, very, very subtle. So if you're looking for a face tan that is going to be boom and immediately obvious, then this is not your product. But if you're looking just to give yourself a little something extra and to maintain sort of a healthy glow without A, sun damage that comes with the sun, and B, without any kind of orange cast or weirdness or patchiness, the way it washes off. This is so subtle that it's not going to give you any of those problems. And another concentrate that I love, actually I hold it, so now review time. This is Clarins Booster Energy. So they came out with these, with a line. This line consists of these boosters, which are super concentrated skincare that can be mixed and matched into your current skincare regime. It can, the little drops, the same exact nozzle here, they're the identical kind of packaging with the one previously talked about. These are so easy to use because you can just really have a very basic skincare and then add a few drops to, say, a face cream as you're applying it, and it'll deliver some benefits. You can mix it in with your serums if you're using serums. You can do what I do, which is to press it on directly after toning. And then you basically press very concentrated skincare directly into your skin, which, like I said, is my preferred way of use of this product. Although it's quite concentrated, I've never had any kind of irritation, but I always use a very, very small amount. Now, Booster Energy is great for dehydrated, dry skin and skin that loses its luster a little bit, which happens to dehydrated and dry skin. It really delivers a bit of a perk up for your skin. Results are visible within a week of use, I would say, if you're consistent with it. It sits well under any skincare and under any makeup because it's so concentrated and such a small amount is needed that it's absolutely not detectable in terms of texture in your skin. I'm really looking forward to using more of these concentrates. I think that that's a fantastic idea, very easy, convenient, tiny packaging, but lots and lots of actual product because you use such a small amount. Here is 15 milliliters. So I'm very, very happy with this product and I cannot wait to check out more of this line, and I will definitely pick up more and review it for you. Next, I wanted to talk about something a bit more of a luxury product, and it is Guerlain's Abeille Royale. So this is Royal jelly. It says on this that it's a face treatment oil, extract of honey's firming lift tone. Now, for me, this is definitely not an oil. It's probably an oil-based product, but the oil is minimal and quite dry. Now, the texture of this does not really feel like oil and absolutely absorbs very quickly. It leaves a very slight tackiness to the skin, which actually lies quite well under makeup. Doesn't ball up, doesn't interfere with your makeup. To me, this is a serum, and I use it as such, just because of the way the texture is. I don't think it's a face oil. So it was a bit of misleading of Guerlain to name it like that, but you know, whatever works. In fact, I think it's a fantastic serum. I wasn't impressed with it as I was with, say, the Clarins concentrate, but this is a very good basic serum. Sits well under makeup, doesn't give you any trouble, very reliable. It's not magical, which maybe for the price it should be, but I think it's a really great basic and you can always rely on it. You can always fall back on it. It does a little bit of everything. It plumps a little bit, it brightens maybe a tiny bit, it really moisturizes and it protects your skin. It has some healing effects, but everything is sort of subtle. There are a lot of small differences. However, overall, you do see an effect of this serum. I don't think it's the most potent thing you can get your hands on, but it's a nice basic to own. Then I have another, then I have a product from Kiehl's. This is Midnight Recovery Concentrate. This one is one of the star products from the brand. It's actually very good. It is full of essential oils and quite a dry oil, applies nicely. It absorbs into your skin in the morning. You're nice and plumped up. It is in fact a nighttime treatment for me. I've never used it during the day. However, I do believe that if you are into that trick of using a drop of oil into your foundation, this will do quite nicely. The only thing I have to say about it is the fact that it contains lavender essence, essential oil. Quite so, it can be definitely irritating to the skin. Lavender essential oil has this capacity. It can definitely irritate your skin, create a sensitivity. You can always have an allergic reaction to it, so do be careful. I happen to get on with this very well, but it doesn't mean that you will. It does have this irritating potential that many other oils do not. I think that this is good, but I did recently kind of use pure rosehip oil, and I really liked the results from that a bit better than this. And the price tag was lower as well. So it really depends on what your skin is looking for. This one is a really good all-rounder. If in doubt, this one is a good one to go for if you don't have super sensitive skin. As a really multitasking kind of a facial oil overnight, very good. However, I did find greater differences and I preferred the results from my rosehip oil, and I might actually spend a little bit of time just giving that attention. Next, we have a Holy Grail product that I've been using for years and years, and multiple packages of it in various forms had been completed by me, scraped to the bottom with no product left at all. And of course, it's a well-known product. It is Elizabeth Arden's 8-Hour Cream. I have it in the original version. It also comes in a fragrance-free version, which I really recommend for persons who have sensitive skin and maybe fragrance sensitivities and don't want to put anything on their face that contains fragrance. For me, the fragrance of this is very comforting just because I've used it for such a long time. I actually really like it. It's somewhat medicinal, somewhat floral, so it's a mixture of cosmetic and medicinal scent. It's a balm. Balm is what it is, but not a hard balm, but rather a Vaseline texture, maybe a bit thinner than Vaseline. In fact, dermatologists do recommend you use Vaseline on pretty much anything, but this one takes the cake as my favorite kind of alternative to Vaseline. I think it works better, I like the texture better, and I like the moisturizing effect much better in the 8-Hour Cream. Now, this one I use on pretty much anything dry that I have on my face, body, hands, wherever. This one goes on it. If it's dry, 8-Hour Cream goes on it. I would never use it as, for instance, eye cream. I would never use it all over my face or over very large areas of the skin because it can be occlusive, especially mistake people make a lot is people who aren't really familiar with very basic principles of skincare, and they will apply very greasy products or very rich products under their eyes in hopes that perhaps it'll prevent or reduce wrinkles. But in fact, all it does is give you milia, which are little whiteheads on your skin that may or may not resolve, and you might get them extracted. It's a little bit of a mess. A lot of it is iatrogenic. However, this one, if used properly, is absolutely mwah, it's fantastic. How I use this is if I have dry patches anywhere on my skin, I will coat it overnight with 8-Hour Cream. I use it as a lip balm. In fact, I have many lip balms for different degrees of horror, dry horror that happens during the winter especially. My absolute go-to for really bad times is the NYX Rêve de Mille This is like a lip balm from Nuxe. It's honey based and it works magically. But it's more of a mask. It's quite a thick balm. This one is a bit shiny. It's more like a lip gloss consistency once you apply it to the lips. It stays all night. I wake up with a residue of moisturization on my lips. It's really, really pleasant. I really, really like it as a lip balm. I think it's quite effective. I think it's as effective to me as the Dior's lip balm is, which I have tried and wasn't as impressed with as many other people. As you can see, I've used up a huge chunk of it because I just use it everywhere. Sometimes if I have dry cuticles, I'll use it. I don't actually have a cuticle balm or cream. I always use 8-hour cream on my cuticles to condition. I can use a thin layer over my hands if my hands are really, really dry. I can use it on my feet if my feet are really, really dry. I would put a thin layer and then socks on top. I wake up from overnight with that, and it's much improved in the morning. So I am actually a huge fan of this, and I think it's such a good multitasker. It's not very expensive. I have this in a jar. It just happened to be available, so I picked it up. I prefer it in a tube, squeezy tube format, which is what I usually get and which lives in my purse right now. This one I leave at my vanity. So these are the products that I wanted to discuss today, products that I really, really liked, and some of them that I thought were good, but maybe not the best and most recommended. If I had to carry out a couple of favorites from this one, I would say if you're interested in giving yourself this glow, this, not, I wouldn't say a tan, but maybe a slight sun-kissed look, like you were out in the sun for maybe 20 minutes. It is the Radiance-Plus Golden Glow Booster from Clarins. That is the stuff. Skincare wise, out of all of this, I would recommend the Clarins boosters. Check out their line. I only tried Energy, but I really enjoy it. And the 8-hour cream I think is just a gem. You need it in your skincare regime for anything dry to appear on your body. That's it for today. Have a good day. Bye bye.